And on the Democratic side in Georgia, let's bring in State Representative James Beverly. He's the House Minority Leader of Georgia's State Assembly, and he represents District 143 there. Thanks for being with us. And I'd like to ask you something you say, which I just heard Jeff Duncan say as well, that Georgia is really the center of the political universe, the most important state in the 2022 midterms. Why do you think that?
Yeah, well, for several reasons. Number one, we have the juggernaut Stacey Abrams, who's going to come online, and we're going to have the first African-American female governor in the United States. Secondly, is you have Raphael Warnock, who's going to be in a Senate race. And so part of the political universe, all of it is leading to Georgia. And so we're excited about our chances, both at the gubernatorial race, but certainly with Senator Warnock being who he is, we're very excited. And so that's why I think all eyes are on Georgia. The other piece that's a little known fact is that we have an opportunity to flip the state house this year. Given what reapportionment was and where we're going, my odds are that we're going to come very close to knocking on heaven's door, and potentially we'll flip the house this year in the state of Georgia.
Those are big ambitions. And Representative Beverly, I wonder if I can ask you, Georgia is the center of the political universe, and also, one of the hotbeds of the false allegations of voter fraud and the fierce fight over just counting the votes, which has really damaged the confidence of so many people around the country in our elections. Do you think that damage is lasting? Do you think there'll be voters in Georgia who don't have confidence in the count?
Yeah, I think it cuts both ways. And one of the things is, first of all, there was no fraud. There's no electioneering. I mean, we had a free and fair election. We need to have a Secretary of State, which I think we have some great Democratic candidates on our side of the ledger who are going to win. But more importantly, I think Georgia's confidence is high. Right now in the primaries, we are up, I think, 700,000 plus people have voted in the primary so far. 4 years ago, it was 200,000. The one, the Biden in 2020, 2021 is right 900,000. But 700,000 on the Democratic side have already voted. So voter enthusiasm is through the roof. I'm excited about our chances in Georgia. And I think that one of the things we just got to keep telling folk, get out there, stay in line, vote. And I think we're going to fare very well in the state of Georgia.
Well, it's interesting. As you know, that kind of cuts against the conventional wisdom, which is that President Biden is in such a negative position with overwhelming numbers of people saying they don't like the job he's doing. There's inflation, gas price, all kinds of things that people do not like. And it was such an extraordinary effort in 2020 to get Raphael Warnock and Senator Ossoff elected. And I wonder, can you really bottle that lightning again? I mean, is that really going to happen again? Wouldn't there be a natural fall off in addition to all this negativity around the Democratic Party's leadership?
Yeah, that's I think that's a conventional wisdom. But the reality is everyone on the planet knows that we just came through a space of disruption and upheaval that the world has not seen for 100 years. And we are in a space of rebuilding America. And so you're going to go through a period of uncertainty. And what do you want in a period of uncertainty? Listen, we had people in Georgia who lost their job through no fault of their own, and the Department of Labor that went crazy, reckless. We had a governor who, Lieutenant Governor talked about, a governor who didn't expand health care for all Georgians. In the midst of a pandemic, 30,000 people die in the state of Georgia plus, and you don't expand health care, Medicaid for all Georgians. That's a tragedy. So I'm looking forward to Stacey running the race she's going to run. I'm looking forward to getting our message out. But the reality is we have to uncover from the disruption and upheaval that the whole world has gone through. And we're going to do that. I think that people are going to be enthusiastic about turning out, having new leadership, and moving our state forward. Look, we're the #1 state to do business. We should also be the #1 state to take care of our citizens. And that starts at the base of the pyramid. We have a message, and we have an organization that's going to be second to none as we turn out the vote in November, and certainly in this primary season.
So when you hear from voters, what are the big issues? Are they talking about inflation? Are they talking about gas prices, the war in Ukraine? What are they talking about?
Yeah, I think all of the above, right? Check the box, man. I mean, I think that the overwhelming sense is, how do you take care of folk right now in the midst of the disruption and upheaval that we just came through? How do we take care of folks? How do you make sure that people have health care? How do you take care of people who lost their job through no fault of their own? How do we get out of this cultural warfare that we're in and stop the tribalism so that we can start to say, what does Georgia look like when we're one Georgia? And I think that message will play. Now, with the Roe v. Wade, I think they made a big mistake. And I think that the state of Georgia, and I mean it sincerely, that Republicans have to uncenter themselves from the center of the moral universe. They are not the center of the moral universe. Women have a right to their own autonomy over their own bodies. We're going to talk about that. And the way in which they said that teachers can't teach our true history in a classroom, foolishness. And I think that at this particular point, we're going to move forward. So I'm looking forward to having a robust debate with my colleagues on the other side of the aisle. And at the end of the day, we'll have one Georgia, I believe, with Stacey Abrams being the governor, Raphael Warnock being the United States Senator again, and the House knocking on heaven's door to become the majority and moving Georgia forward for the next several years.
State Representative James Beverly of Georgia, the center of the political universe. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.